I would like to welcome you to the Greatest Show on Podcast. I'm your host, Lee.
What else?
AKA Southside Lee on IG.
What else?
And I'm joined by my partner in pod.
Earlington Agustas the Great.
AKA
your baby mama's baby daddy.
AKA
your auntie's favorite pool boy.
AKA
Deep Soft. And we are
3ThePodWay. Chumps.
The success took a shot. What are you gonna do now? How are you gonna kill it? You gonna make him unsuccessful?
You goddamn right. Let's go.
Win it up. Selector. Yeah, go to general. Selector. CRC legend. Selector. Sesly. What? The bedroom bully.
And last but not least,
DK.
All top, no bottom.
Hey, Dr. Miami, we're on the way. DK.
Dirty Diana.
Extra dirty.
let's give it up for him.
Y'all gotta stop making me laugh.
Yeah, let's give it up for him, and then that's usually when you fade the music. You good? You usually fade the music. It's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting episode.
Hey, though, these intros get fiery and fiery every take. That's a great, That means we having fun doing what we do.
No, man, yeah. Hey, like I said, man, it's always better when you do it with people that you actually you build with.
I like that.
I was gonna say I didn't know where that was going because
When you do what people
really
actually
not
care about.
friends per se. I don't really care about this group of people. It's just I see potential in y'all.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to, maximize that potential. That's all I'm doing.
So what you're doing is you are managing the situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I can
So this is like
Until
an
I-
option
I
on the
respect
stocks.
that.
You trying you hedging your bets.
I say it like this, right? I'm not going to point anybody out, but somebody in this group is LaToya Luckett. All right. And it's not me. All right.
Damn.
So, and then another person in this group is the one we don't even know her name. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's pointing towards me.
Now, what I will say
Oh,
is
I see what you doing.
Michelle's going to come at some point. Still not going to be a pivotal part of the show, but
Yikes.
she'll be. Shout out to Ivy Park. That's my
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
in case you want to sponsor.
Transition.
Can we pay some bills before we do anything?
Hey, word from our sponsors.
Yikes. Wow.
Follow 3ThePodWay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chumps.
Sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? As with tradition around
It's
here.
customary. I see what you're doing.
We're gonna go ahead and go around the room.
Yeah. Before you do that, L, you got the camera? I don't. Yeah. No. It's not about me. I do want to highlight that my man over here bought her own light. I just think that's important to know that. Part of that conversation when I identified there's a Michelle, there's there's a Kelly, there's a Beyonce, and there's the two that we don't know. I think she's identifying that she's not one of the two that we're not gonna know.
Without saying.
A star needs a light, and she's making it clear that she needs a light because she's a star. I just leave it at that.
Production wasn't bringing me what I needed.
Wow, this low budget show that you're a part of.
Okay,
That's good.
so I actually was gonna wait to actually make this point. So normally, as customary in the show, we speak about our producer, our videographer, the shooter.
Yeah.
Today, I noticed that he didn't have his traditional wave cap on.
Oh,
and I asked him about it, and I was being respectful, right? And I asked him respectfully, right? Respectfully.
as he shines the camera
So
on
I
himself.
respectfully asked him why he didn't have his wave cap on, and with every bit of confidence that he could exude, he told me because I wanted you to see him.
Wow. He said, take a
My
dive.
man.
Wow.
He said, take a
Did you let him
dive.
talk to you like that?
And,
said, can you swim?
And for those of you that saw the Valentine's Day episode, you see that I have since retired
The waves.
Yeah, I've since retired from the game.
Yeah, you let the game.
So
yeah,
his
you
level
went
of
home.
disrespect is
You
on
went
a
home.
completely different
It's
level.
a
at this
different
point.
level, dog.
But out of respect for the shooter, man, let's give it up for his waves.
Slight undulation right there.
Hey, but also in fairness, because we keep it real here, you probably got another 2 to 3 years, and it'll be your turn. Don't worry about it.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the waves I'm coming.
Y'all gotta let my man know where y'all get y'all fitteds from.
Yeah, no, hey, look. Hey, I feel like I said this before, but I also have waves, but someone pointed out to you being disrespectful. My man
That's a
pointed
shadow
out
joint,
to me.
dog. That's
he
Ocean
said,
City.
He said, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, Earl, you got the waves, dog." He said, "It's just a lot of sand around it." I said, "Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good
yeah,
one.
I just keep the hat on just to
Yeah.
be safe." Yeah.
So look, so how's your week been?
Hey, my week has been good, man. Shoot, weather-wise, man, we already been working from home, so I already been in the house, but
Right.
I shoveled the driveway yesterday, so that was definitely workout because I haven't been getting into the gym. So
Gotcha.
that was my lower body, arms, everything. So I was feeling it.
Okay.
So you
Definitely
hurting right now?
Yeah, I'm
What you're
hurting.
telling
I'm
me.
hurting.
He needs some Epsom
Hey,
salt.
just for the record, good friends, obviously friend of the pod, partner in pod, I should say. Don't ever mention your lower body to me in an open room again. I'm just not interested.
Wow.
How was your week been?
Yikes. Yeah.
The Barbie's week was good. It was actually fantastic.
Okay.
It was fantastic.
Did anything in particular stand out that you
wait.
maybe could,
Did she just refer to herself as the?
She said
She did.
Yeah, she did.
I was
Is
like
that
ninth person.
Well, I
I'm about
mean,
to change my Instagram account.
you can't have your own light and not speak in the third
that's
person.
true.
It
Talk
comes
about it.
with the
Talk
light.
about
It
it.
actually comes with the light. Yeah.
Don't come after me in the comments.
Who she thinks she is?
Pretty much. It was a really good week. We talked a couple weeks ago about identifying goals. Talked about doing my first vision board.
Right.
And I saw success as I'm moving forward to one of the four
great,
goals
man.
that I had on
Look
my
at God.
vision board. Yeah, it was
Okay.
fantastic. Without going into too much detail, met some new people
Dope.
and engaging in some potential business ventures. So I'm excited.
Always a good thing. Always a good thing. Let's give it up for that.
Congrats.
That's what's up. Let's go with you, big dog. Let's go with you. This let's hear. How was your week? No one ever asked you, so I just want to know how was your week.
Good.
Nope. Every week. Yep.
Outside, give me something.
I'm consistent.
Yep.
I'm consistent.
What does that
if
even mean? So let's do this. What's a good week for you? What does that consist of?
What's a good week for me?
Yeah. How does a good week? What do you eat for breakfast on a good week? Let's start there.
Each day you week,
So,
Monday
all right.
through Friday.
All right. Me being from the South, specifically Alabama, 17 national championships. Not that
Oh
you
my
asked.
gosh, dog.
Normally I eat grits actually.
So he really talking about his breakfast. That's a good week. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet
I mean, you
or
asked.
salty?
No, I actually put cheese in mine.
So is
Yeah,
that
so I-
salty?
Okay, so savory.
That's savory.
Yeah, so we can go with that. Yeah, so I put
Grits don't have flavor though.
Do you put them with? You put sugar and cheese, or just
No, I don't put sugar.
you put salt
So
in?
like
No,
I don't put
butter.
salt in it either. Yeah,
A little butter.
a little. Yeah,
And
but it's
cheese.
mostly just grits and cheese. Yeah.
You still got that jersey, by the way, the Alabama Jones, the Lee on it, or did you send it back?
That was the Washington football team jersey, dog. Get it right.
Just
Yeah, no, I still own the jersey.
So what else is a good week for you? What does that mean?
Man, I try to just be low maintenance. I try to be anyway. I think I'm sure someone would say otherwise, but I try to be low maintenance.
Your life manager.
All right, yeah, I try to be low maintenance, but yeah, I mean, yeah, getting through a week is enough for me.
Praise God.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's where I'm coming from. That's why you don't hear me say I could give you things to complain about.
You just
but
glad to get to this day.
yeah, yeah. So I'm here podding with my partners. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, you
We
See how he
working
did
for
that? See how he did
Friday.
that?
He
You see
said
how
he
he did
working
that?
for Friday.
You see, I did that.
I don't live for the weekend. I don't work for the weekend.
So how
I
about
work
you?
for Friday.
I mean, I work to live. I live to work.
No,
All right, man. Hey, how was your week? Hey, how-
I try to make it sound cool,
Yeah,
but
you-
it ain't come out.
We're not living at work.
Failure.
We're not living at work.
So I was thinking that I would ask you the same thing. Like, so what's a good breakfast for you, or like week of breakfasts for you. But then I thought about it like this is only an hour show. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to dive into your menu like that.
Deep.
Yeah,
into his menu.
It's grits from the South. My week was good. That was cute. What you tried to do
Please.
every time. I just be shutting this shit down. This Jones be weak. Get that out of here.
Hey, so the back boom.
my tumbo finger. I can dig it.
That was cute.
No, but how's your week been?
It's good. I'm enjoying the weather. Got a few these last couple weeks. Got a few snow days or whatever. So
Right.
got to see some criticism. I'm always interested in that of politicians. So it's always fun.
So speaking of, let's it's time to get into
in
it.
recent news.
Yeah, so obviously the majority of the country is dealing with some effect of the winter weather storm. Whether it's light or whether it's very impactful, like what they're dealing with in Texas right now.
Prayers out to the folks in Texas.
That's a whole nother level of difficulty, right? Because and I hate to keep referencing the South, but I'm just trying to give you a point of reference. We deal with hurricanes. And that knocks out power and things like that. But you're talking about during a time where it's at least you open a window, you can get a breeze flowing through.
Right.
It's going to be hot, but you can kind of manage heat a little differently than you can be in cold. And so you're talking about individuals in a winter storm that don't have any form of keeping themselves warm. And some people are actually sleeping in their cars.
Because
that's crazy.
Because you have the heat option in your vehicle. Yeah,
now,
that's crazy.
With that being said, you have a senator, right, that has chosen to, instead of leading his constituents and making sure that his state is in good order, right? You need to be there to declare a state of emergency, etc., right? Which is clearly what Texas needs right now. My man was on a flight headed to Cancun.
He teleworking.
He's there now.
He's teleworking.
Yeah, he's back now. Right, he's back now.
He's been back for a
Got that
few
VPN.
days.
He's good.
He's
He's
teleworking.
back.
Yeah, no problem.
Zoom call him in.
Would you want to be there? That's how he's looking at it.
Wow.
Right?
Pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, that's his approach. That's how he's going about it. So yeah.
But I think that is speaking truth to, unfortunately, the power of where we are today. That is the Republican lifestyle. Shout out to all of our viewers, whether you be Democrat
Shout
or
you out.
Good catch. Good catch.
But just think about if the tables were turned, if Keisha Lance Bottoms decided to do that. What
Of course. You
know what I mean? Like whether you may say sex comes into play, male versus female, but and just thinking of skin color, I mean, literally your state, where you are from,
they need you.
the people that employ you, right? You have essentially left them
right to deal with this.
People have passed away. I have an employee who lives in Texas who has not been able to work, and I'm not able to get resources to her. It's not like mail is running. Like, let me send you some water.
Sure.
I mean, it is absolutely crazy, and so my heart goes out. And to think about the people that are supposed to be ahead of you, leading you,
Yeah, that's. I mean, I agree with that, man. That's it's a sad situation, and like I said, man, prayers out to those people, and hopefully they get the help that they need as soon as possible. So,
right, and what you see here is a high degree of hypocrisy, right? You see a high degree of saying one thing and clearly doing another.
Yeah, he's been consistent with criticizing folks in the past about taking golf trips or vacations or whatever the case is, and obviously tables turn is not the same for him. But we all know the hypocrisy in just people, right, in general. So.
Just can't put out a statement just saying, Senator Cruz needs an opportunity to, decompress just like the rest of us. It's like, but not in the middle of a national disaster.
Right.
But to that point, does he have like a guess I don't know, like an under senator. Or
Oh yeah,
like somebody
sure
who like if he's out of the office, right? You don't got somebody who falls back on.
I'm sure there's a team, and they just
But they still-
But there's still going to be decisions that can only be made at his level.
Oh yeah,
but I'm saying
the
like on
mayor
his
just
purview,
quit,
though.
right? Or the
yeah, for
He
one
was
of the
forced to
cities.
resign.
Yeah,
The
one
one
of
that-
one of the cities, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
He
That
told.
was pretty-
He told.
That's a wild boy. Right
I'm
there.
laughing about it, but it's not funny. He told the people in his city that the government doesn't owe them anything.
Yeah, it's not their
Literally.
job to. Get
Yeah,
you
it's
out
not.
of the
Yeah, it's
crisis.
not their
Figure
job
it out.
for handouts. People are calling him
Survival of
and
the
asking
fittest.
for handouts. Right.
I'm glad he resigned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But I will say that this, even though that's not where we were going with this per se, the importance of the midterms, right? So just to 2022, right, will be the midterms in which, again, you have to come out and vote because the power within the House and the Senate is once again up for grabs.
Yeah,
So and it comes quick, right? So I mean,
Yeah, because I'm saying we just got it.
Right.
As far as Democrats are speaking, right?
right, exactly. So I mean, it's just one of those things. And you saw what the people in Fulton County, Stacey Abrams, that whole movement, what they were able to
Exactly,
accomplish.
yeah.
So again,
Shout
don't
out.
forget to be diligent. And you can affect things like this by voting in the right people
the right
at the
people.
mayor level, at the councilman level. You know what I mean? So I mean, all of those are important. Your county sheriff, all those things are important.
We can't get too complacent with small victories, man. Like you said, because like you said, it comes quick. Like you, be like, oh my gosh, it's next month. I'm like, damn, it's too late to rally the troops, so to speak. So you definitely got to stay on top of this.
So I mean, we'll do our part to make sure that we keep bringing
sure,
that up
for sure.
and doing our part.
I do want to bring something up.
Yeah,
though.
go ahead.
A couple weeks ago, we did a Valentine's Day episode.
Yes, sir.
Part of the intro of that episode, we talked about the Tub Dub, or Harriet Tubman being nominated
Dubs.
to be on the
Valentine's
$20.
Day.
You called it that.
Hey,
Right.
it was
Yeah,
weird.
Harriet Tubman being nominated to be on the face of the $20 bill, right? Which is an accomplishment, I believe, right? So part of the beauty in doing this show, and like just having this dialogue with our people, is that like there's feedback, there's constant feedback,
Right.
Yes, sir.
I get texts, emails, calls all the time. My life partner, my life manager, the wife,
The boss.
right, the boss lady, she runs up on me and lets me know, that was cool, but have you ever thought of it like this? So part of the pillow talk conversation was, hey, I hear what you're saying about Harriet Tubman, but I disagree, right? And part of her disagreement was that essentially Harriet Tubman walked so we could run, right? And I think in the topic or in the episode, I mentioned Madam C.J. Walker would potentially be, as an example, would be more fitting to be on the
Because
$20
money.
bill,
Because you're talking about
right?
money, yeah.
Because of her financial success, and it just aligned with the money. But from her perspective, without Harriet Tubman's work or efforts, who knows if we'd ever
Even had that
see
opportunity.
a Madam C.J.
Facts.
Walker, right?
Facts.
So I received that in the words of my man Nathan. Then, not but a day later, another black woman had to call and check me.
So you was getting jumped.
I was getting ganged up on, dog. So my 11th favorite cousin, she called
Whoa, hold on.
Wait a
Retract.
minute.
What do you say?
You-
11th?
my 11th favorite cousin. Yeah, she not in the top 10. She right outside. She on the edge.
So
Did she listen to the podcast?
Yeah, I guess so, because you talking about a comment.
She called me.
Hey, you are our fifth favorite cousin. Don't worry about this guy.
So-
We
No,
got
she's
you.
11.
She knows. Yeah, it changes.
Shout out to 11.
Changes based on the day of the week. But yeah, so my 11th favorite cousin called me, and she was like, she essentially shared the same sentiments, right? She was saying, without Harriet Tubman, like none of this would be possible. And she offered a different perspective, right? She was like, I understand the overuse of the slave movies and, kind of like it felt like it was a backhanded compliment. But from her perspective, she was saying, well, like it happened, right?
Yeah.
That's our history, right? So we could either be like ashamed of it and not embrace it, or we can look at it as this is where we came from, but now look at us now, right? So
Yeah.
One step in the right
yeah, while I this, I'm not fully on board there. I understand. So I definitely, I say all that to say, I receive all those comments and I adjust my thinking, right? So, I appreciate that feedback and that, that dialogue with our partners in pod.
No, and that's to this point, that's how we started this actual podcast, right?
Yeah.
Our message in the beginning was we're here to engage, entertain, and educate. And that's not just to educate, but also to be educated, right?
And I reserve the right to be wrong, right?
Right,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's just part of my human nature. So, So speaking of Valentine's Day, how was y'all, it was a few weeks ago. How have y'all relationships continued? Have they gone better or got worse? The voice seems like he needs something to.
Oh no! Why you do that?
I just wanted to single you out.
That's cool.
I'm sure we're gonna argue throughout this episode at some point. So
you just want to just
start it up.
Your love-hate relationship.
It's the ones closest to you, bro. I'll tell you. But for me,
go ahead. What you say?
But for me, my Valentine's Day was cool, man. The boss lady, she was definitely happy and appreciated and taken care of.
Cool.
Because like as we discussed on that day, the holidays definitely catered or garnered towards the female perspective.
So you did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah. I didn't want to sleep on the couch.
That's good.
Hey man, it's funny you say that. We actually have a special guest in the building. No, I'm not sure.
That is so dumb.
So how was yours?
It was absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my partner took some pointers from others. That holiday is shared.
Holiday.
Okay, so you're of
Shared.
the you're of the thinking that it's a shared holiday.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So how was his? Would he say the same
No.
I think this year he would say the same.
this year? That's key words. Words matter.
Okay.
We have been talking about identifying each other's love language.
Okay, and that was a result.
And yes, I feel like we
Growth.
definitely hit each other's love language this year.
Look
That's
at God.
good. That's
sweet.
growth, man. That's
good.
sweet.
Yes.
That's sweet.
Big Lee, how was yours?
Nah, man,
How'd that velvet, that crushed velvet jacket.
I spend the time with my lady because all I need is my lady for my Valentine's Day.
Is that his voice?
Definitely his voice.
Oh, okay.
Say it again.
Right.
How do I say it? Say it again. Do it one more time.
Give him again.
I'm good, man. All I need is my lady for my Valentine's Day. Man. That's all I need.
Okay. All right. I'll take that.
Shout out to Dark and Sexy.
I'll take that. No, man.
every February 14th.
If I have to be honest, man, it was amazing, man. Yeah,
Amazing.
we had a great weekend. We had a great weekend.
Look at love. Look at love.
Weekend.
Yeah.
My man.
You are smiling a little bit harder than usual.
Look at that.
That's what's up.
Like now he's trying to hold it back. I can't stand y'all.
Why?
Why are y'all like this?
Like what?
This.
Giving your love
Right.
and shutting our love down.
No, I'm not.
He looking at us like, well, my bad. Y'all don't got what I got, but it's cool.
Black love is beautiful.
So that's good.
Thank
So
you.
so y'all had the whole weekend of love and affection.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been good, man.
Well,
Riding
shout
the
out
wave.
to y'all,
And
man.
you still rolling.
Yeah,
He's still rolling. He said it's a
Ah.
wave. You nasty.
Yeah. Yikes.
He said at the top of the
Protect
wave.
yourself.
Shout out to the queen.
You said protect yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, literally.
Strap it
That's how
down.
they get you all vulnerable and caring about stuff. And then,
Hey,
wow.
speaking of Valentine's Day, though, right?
What's that? That was a good transition.
What?
Let's hear this segue.
I mean, hey, I'm working my way in
Doing
front
good.
of the camera.
You know,
We'll
it's never
talk about
gonna
that
happen.
later.
You're the voice for a reason.
All right.
Stay focused.
But no, speaking of Valentine's Day, right? To the point that we said that February 14th is most so catered and garnered towards the female
Only
for the
for women.
female perspective, right? I again to our partners in pod,
Did some research.
Yeah, someone did some research.
Okay.
And me on the side, he said he wanted to stay anonymous.
Okay.
For various reasons, but he said March 14th. So I didn't know what that day was, but you said you looked it up.
I'm familiar. Yeah. It's how do I say this to maintain our sponsorship? It's steak. Give me another click clack. No, you got me the click too early, bro.
He gave you the unload.
It's steak and BJ day.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Steak and what?
Hand gig day. Steak and neck platter day. I can keep going. I got this all day.
Just stop while you're hit. No pun
Steak
intended.
and turkey gobble day.
Yeah. Okay. So March 14th has been identified as the equivalent of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Just more
so catered towards the
towards the male
perspective.
the male perspective.
Is this on a calendar? Or?
Yeah.
Yes, it actually has. It started.
If you
about
can Google it, it's true. And you can definitely Google it.
Well, I guess my primary question: does Hallmark have a card?
Of course
Is there a card for it?
No.
There's not
So
a card.
you see what makes us who we are, right? We don't need the card.
Mahogany
It's the action behind it, right?
Mahogany definitely got it.
It's more so the action behind the day. You don't really care about the card.
Think about how simple men are, right? Like
We are.
being a man, right? Women get flowers, candy, dinner,
Clothes, massage,
clothes,
shoes,
money,
spa
jewelry.
day, exactly. Money, jewelry, and what we
Your whole
get?
paycheck, basically.
Steak and a little
And that's
Right.
what you said you wanted.
Right. So yeah,
Neck
Little
platter.
lip
That's what
action.
you said. That's what
Right.
you wanted.
that's funny. On that note,
Is there on that note?
There is
Is there on that note?
There is not on that note. So there's the ever evolving
Let's see what the
conversation
inside is.
built around vaccines, right? And people are deciding now whether or not they're going to take it. Schools are beginning to send out surveys asking parents if they're going to send their kids back to school or they're going to keep them at home for the remainder of the school year.
Wait, pause, Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
We just transitioned
Yeah,
from neck
that's
platters
a
into the
terrible
babies.
transition, by the way.
No, I actually was trying to keep us out of that.
You could have walked away from that. That's
That's
a
the,
terrible transition.
Yeah.
You got to work on that.
Back to what you were saying.
Yeah, so about the vaccine.
The injection.
My job did offer it to me.
Your job offered it to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm apprehensive. I still don't know why though. You know what I mean? I feel like I've taken other vaccines, right? But
Right.
I think I'm just really skeptical of this one right as of right now, as it stands.
I
and
think
that's weird,
I think
right?
it has a lot to do with the fact that there's so many different sources of information right now.
Yeah.
You don't have
So
a
many
sole
different
source that you
vaccines.
can actually just trust. Though I think Dr. Fauci has created a
Is
level
Dr.
of trust.
Fauci our guy though?
I don't even know.
I think people trust him. I think people feel like he's being transparent and he's being, I guess as honest as he can be,
Yeah.
right? That's all you can.
Yeah,
That's all you can hope for at this point.
As risky as this virus is, right?
Right.
As much information on the back end, man, I don't know, right? This sounds like hearing myself say it out loud,
Right.
and the fact that I'm hesitating,
Yeah.
like you sound crazy, right? If somebody told you could die from this and by not doing that, and all you had to do was
Just take
take
an injection.
this.
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Nah, I don't think
I
about
don't
it.
know, like that's I don't know.
But
man.
I think what you want is, as a person, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but what you would want is historical data and sustained performance of something to be able to point to say
sure.
this is, if I take this, I'll be fine.
My main
and
concern
unfortunately,
is
you only have 2
historical,
months
yeah.
worth of this occurring, and you're really going on faith, right? More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've taken more risk in life, so why
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that. So again, I'm gonna bring it back to the vaccine.
Keeping on the sponsors.
Yeah.
Keeping the sponsors.
So we're gonna stay on the vaccine. So interesting tactic, let's call it that, right, is to source celebrities, right? Anytime
Right.
someone wants to push an agenda,
Yeah.
i.e.
Dr. Fauci, you just named him.
when Hillary was running for office, her
dropped
last week she did a major concert that involved Jay-Z, Beyonce, every black celebrity you could think of was at this concert.
Is it bad
to
that I
try to
thought,
persuade the vote
the
to vote for Hillary?
celebrity? Is it bad? I thought the celebrity you were mentioning was the hot sauce.
Oh, in her bag. Oh yeah, because she went on the Breakfast Club talking about she had hot sauce in her bag, right?
Swag.
So the
She thought she was
NBA
invited to the
NBA
cookout.
is approaching their players
Right.
about doing a PSA, and the news ticker today said the players are very hesitant,
Right,
and they've
right.
even gone as far as to say reluctant to do that.
Because from my again, right,
It's the black vote.
they're part of the community, right?
Right.
And a lot of them are skeptical, just like I am. And I mean, to be clear, right, a lot of them they're not high risk, right? They're tip top athletes. They had the
good shape.
Yeah, they're at the prime of their health, so they're young. So I mean, honestly, they don't even
need to take it.
They don't even fall in the category of someone who would need to take it for real. Yeah, so I do think that's interesting, and again, that adds to my skepticism, right? Because it's just like, well, the push just seems targeted. So yeah, that scares me a little bit. So yeah, I mean I'll leave it at that. I'm a dance away from that for right now. I'll wait a little bit.
Got you.
But I think also to the fact that they're pushing it so heavy, right? I think it's more so of like, again, social media and the news, right? It's very, I guess, instrumental in the pushing of these actions of taking the actual vaccine. Because I mean, who knows what it was when the flu first came out, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously it was pushing for the flu vaccine, right?
So, I'm sure that, yeah.
So I mean, like you said, to that point, I think it's polarized. They gotta go where they know they can reach the most people. So obviously, sports is what it is. So I mean, I understand it, man. But I'm in the same boat as Earl. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna really take it. It's being offered by my job, but after talking to boss lady, it's like it's still a question up there, like whether or not we're gonna do it.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna segue into the
No, so I definitely wanted to take this opportunity to just again thank our partners in Pod for their
for sure.
encouragement and their support for everything that we have going on.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all.
Yeah, let's give it up for them.
I really do. To that point, man, I love and I appreciate just the unsolicited conversations, the texts, the emails, the calls. I got a call from my man, and he just hit me and was like, "Yo, bruh, listening to the podcast, I love it. I just appreciate it. Y'all points of view and so on and so forth is hilarious. So it's good to hear those comments. I know you have some folks hitting you and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I always have people that hit me individually, and just let me know that what we're doing is great.
Right.
The content, they really enjoy that. The comments, we literally go through the comments and we always have conversations about them. Yeah. It sparks further discussion
for sure.
And then we always like to pull out as many as we can and just
this week it was a lot of personal texts. Like a lot of people was, I guess they ain't want to blast me. They sound like, "Hey, yo, my man. Hey, this comment here."
Especially with like Valentine's Day, for sure.
But I think it speaks to the fact that we got something good here, man.
Yeah,
I think
it definitely feels like that.
When you're like, we spoke on this before, obviously, when we talked about the inception of this, right? Like when your heart is fully into it, it's always going to have that foundation that is firm. So I think, like you said, the proof is in the pudding. Like, man, we're getting the feedback.
Yeah,
what flavor
is what it is.
It's a fat guy question.
Strawberry.
See,
don't say strawberry like that, please. Come on.
Speaking of Valentine's,
All right, are you ready, Lee?
Ready? Yeah.
Okay, let's watch this transition.
Oh, yikes.
There we go.
All right.
You got to really get better at this.
Yeah. So okay. So So everyone has a past.
Oh, that was good. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Okay.
Let's give it up for him. I ain't got it today.
All right. So everyone, I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
All right. So everyone has a past, right? And this has been known to be called a individual's
Carfax. Yeah, your Carfax.
Yeah, your Carfax.
Hofax.
Your Hofax, right?
Right. I'll say it for you. I'll be that guy. I got you. Don't worry about it.
You are that guy.
You have an image to uphold?
So one of the questions that follows that particular topic is the mysterious number. And when I say what does that mean? And when I say number, well, what do you think I mean when I say number?
Like the number,
not a McDonald's menu.
Can I get a number one, please?
Yeah. What's that? The old Schoolhouse Rock.
No.
You got 3 in the family, and that's the magic number.
So the question is your number, whatever your number may be, right?
I'm a virgin.
Have there been have you had
but you're married with
conversations regarding your number?
Oh. Well, personally, no. I don't want to know.
Okay.
I'm very aware, self-aware. I know what I don't want to know and what I do want to know. So, I mean, I have an idea that it's been someone before me, but do I care? I mean, in real talk, like, is that any of my business? No.
Because it was before you, right?
It's just the way you said, I have an idea. It sounds like you've done your fair share of research.
Nah. I mean, she's a woman.
And then you just reached a point where you was like, I'm going to stop right here.
Nah. It's just, she's a woman.
Right.
And she walked in knowing some shit that a virgin wouldn't know. That's about 3, like, you know, at least, like, you know, give or take.
Yikes. I'm gonna help you out. So yeah, I'm gonna help you out. Any feedback on that?
Oh man,
the voice,
right? Nah, I think for me personally, I think the transparency, that aspect was definitely key. It's definitely a conversation that I've had. Mm-hmm. And I think in the sense of having that conversation, you have an open, honest look at who you're potentially supposed to be with for the rest of your life.
I could dig it.
So I think at the end of the day,
she accepted your. We called you a party the few.
I don't know what you called me. I didn't claim that name.
Marketing expert.
There you go.
That's what it was. Right. Marketing expert.
I don't know where you was.
You were executive, CEO of Heaux.
So this conversation, right? This conversation is always interesting, I guess, when you get a female perspective.
Yeah,
it's
gonna be critical.
Yeah. Not that anybody's trying to put pressure on
it.
But yeah, I mean, do you have anything to? Yeah.
We have, my life partner and I never got into details about numbers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we've shared everything else. Similarly, with my man Agustas, that's kind of like not my business, and I feel like it's not really his. Mm-hmm. We met at a time in our lives where you may have kind of known who I may have been.
Right.
You know, we went to the same institution, but to actually give a number or even a range, no, we have not.
You know what's interesting? For this to be such a polarizing topic, I personally don't think that people discuss that as much as
I think they do.
You think so?
They definitely do. I think so.
You think so?
I think some guys really want to know. Like they really are like.
I mean, all right. So if I'm being transparent, right, as a man, and I'm speaking for myself, right, I'll speak as an Earl. 2 is too many, right? 2 is too many, right? It's me and the guy before me, right? If I'm being like, I know it's a double standard. It sounds crazy, right? That's how I feel, right? But I know, right? I had a conversation with a homeboy of mine. Bwoi made the beats, actually, right? He's very I don't want to say free. I ain't gonna speak on his career or nothing, but he's very adamant. He's like,
I mean, don't we normally leave the names out to protect the innocent?
No, he's not innocent no more. Clack, clack, bow, bust a shot, lick a shot.
Shout out to the beat. Shout out to the beat.
Nah, but he broke this down to me 10 years ago, right?
Okay.
So you got a girl, right? She's 16, right? Let's say that's the average age that people start having sex, right?
Okay.
Slut bag.
Whoa, young lady, ma'am.
Whoa.
What's
that was
17?
aggressive.
It doesn't matter, right?
That was aggressive.
Yikes.
Some of us have a little more class. But as you were saying,
the views of Macy are not the views of 3ThePodWay. But yeah, you got a person, right? At 17, they've had sex with 1 to 2 people on average per year, right? If you had sex with one person in a year, that doesn't sound crazy, right? Can we agree on that?
So at 16,
one person a year, you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend at the beginning of the year, you were with them an entire year. Does that sound outrageous?
No, because I don't, especially in high school, no relationship lasts a year.
Right. But you've done that.
I'm sorry, my analytical brain has gotten ahead of you. I see what you're doing.
You've done that for 15 years. You're 30 now, right? Yeah. So you at least got 15 bodies, right? Damn. That's like, right. A lot of people would be like, yo, that's crazy, right? But
that's relative.
Let's say you had a bad year. Right? You were with this guy for 4 months and he turned out to be a scumbag, or you were with this girl and you like, man,
I'm gone.
gonna just wild out for a little bit, right? So now you got 5 in that year, and let's say then you found somebody, but then a couple years later you had another bad year, so you didn't rack up 10 to 15 in a 3-year span. You know what I mean? So
I see what you're saying.
It's again, it's all relative, and yeah. So really, yet again, that's really none of my business. The double standards are there. So, it applies to women more than men. I was going to say the expectation is that we do that.
Yeah, so I was going to say we had the conversation off mic when we were talking about that very thing, the double standard, right? A number on one side,
for sure,
is definitely viewed differently on the other side.
Facts.
And your face is clearly curling up as a result, so you clearly have a feeling about the quote unquote double standard.
I mean, I think I understand it, which is probably why my partner and I haven't shared numbers. Like, not to be like, oh, my body count is so high. Like, I don't look at my life prior to me being with my life partner. So it's like I was exploring and learning about myself, and now that I know about myself, I know what I want.
Right.
So,
yeah, make sure
I don't think about
it. Edit that because she kind of pointed at my direction. Don't point at pull up. Yes, you. Yeah, right. Yeah, do that.
But I will say that I kind of, when you said being honest too is too many, I was like,
well, yeah. I mean, again, I'm being
selfish, but it's true. Okay, so I can receive that, which is why I don't want to hear about my life partner. I mean, I know about some, but I don't want to hear about it.
I'm just not strong enough to handle it. If I'm being fair, like I'm not. I don't want to know who you're texting. Right, I just can't handle it.
Because is that dude from 10th grade?
I can't handle it. So I know myself. So.
I mean, and
shout out to you for knowing yourself. Baby,
being self-aware.
Yeah, you definitely. I think in those type of situations and conversations, especially if you about to be with somebody for the rest of your life, right, quote unquote, right. You definitely have to be comfortable in what you want to know and what you want to let the other person know. Because if you don't, then obviously you run that gray area where if it does come out, it's like, dang, this can make or break this situation or this relationship. So you definitely have to be aware of that.
So this brings up an interesting point, just conversationally, right? As far as what Earl is doing now, right? Earl is being very transparent. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve right now.
Am I?
Yeah, clearly. As far as
I don't know.
As far as men being vulnerable and showing their feelings,
must be a long sleeve.
as far as men showing their feelings, there's a thought, right? Okay. That men don't express themselves and show their feelings when it comes to pretty much anything, right?
For sure.
So is that a real thing?
Yes, that's real. And before we even dive into that, right, let me caveat that last point, right? I don't want to know, right? I don't care to know, but I also don't want to walk into a club in a dude,
the boss.
A dude Drake me, right?
You talking about Young Blue?
Yeah, don't Drake me either, right? You get that hug when somebody I don't want that either, right? So you got to give me a heads up, and I don't want 11 heads ups either, right? You know what I mean, right?
Wait, okay, so wait.
It's a lot of stipulations.
Okay, so
there's a lot of stipulations.
That was a good one.
We're pulling up to the venue, as
we're not going to the park no more. We are not going to the park.
You know what I'm saying?
Point?
I took you to the club and we ran into somebody that I know, and I know that type of hug. The same hug I used to girls that I know I used to.
Wait, but I'm saying wait.
Don't give them that hug.
So don't give you the hug and don't tell you, or tell you in the parking lot.
Tell me, hey,
the parking lot.
Dark skinned Jermaine about to be in here. We hooked up, right?
You're not gonna cuss me out in the parking lot?
But don't be like Jermaine, Jerome, Twan, Kenya, Greg, Daryl, William. Who the hell? I don't need that. I'm just saying.
Sorry,
I don't need that either. Just leave. Let's not go in.
Or you
let's not go. Really?
Hey, we going somewhere
else. If I tell you in the parking lot, we ain't going.
Yeah, let's not.
We ain't going.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Back to your point. I'm sorry.
No. I'm listening. I'm watching.
This is good. This is.
What was your question again?
So is it soft to show emotion? Is it still because mind you, when we were younger, clearly in the era we grew up in, it was soft to show emotion.
Right.
But now, have we evolved? Right. And I guess I'm not asking you specifically. I'm just saying, generally speaking, have we evolved to where like expressions of your feelings and Is it more common now? Is it more acceptable?
Well, let's ask you. Do you are you soft with your lady? Do you feel like you're soft with your lady?
That's a good question.
I feel like I'm evolving. Yeah. I feel like I'm still evolving, right? Like I think there's elements of me that are still let's call it like rigid. But I think there's an element of me that is evolving. I mean, I'm honest that way. Like I'm cut a certain way. So I'm still working on it.
Because I think at the end of the day, you have to be honest with yourself, regardless of whatever relationship, situationship you go into. Like at the end of the day, you still gotta be honest to who you are. Yeah. Because if you're not, then obviously, like eventually down the road, and whatever that situation is gonna come to a head. Right. Yeah. Right. Because, for sure. And the fact that you're saying and being honest to the point that when you met your significant other, whoever she is or whomever he is in the female standpoint, that or whatever standpoint, it's 2021. But
look at you dancing, saving our sponsorship. Hey, we gonna keep saving these sponsors.
Thank you to all our viewers and our followers and partners and pod.
That voice is good.
But no, to that point though, you definitely have to. I'm a firm believer in being at least 90 to 95%, 100%.
You just true to 10 numbers.
Now, because I mean, like you said, it's a gradual step and there's a stepping stone to get into that point. So
you're still growing too.
Yeah, for sure. I think you can never be 100% complete, but I think in the process of being committed to being 100%, so you start to learn who you are in that situation.
So a little more context, right? Is you can want to be something, but your makeup in some ways is your makeup. Right. Yeah. And it requires much more thought and much more intent than just wanting to do something. Right. So so that's why I say I'm still a work in progress.
Yeah, right? Because I mean, as a male though, you like you said, like we're built to be a certain type of way, especially coming from certain, backgrounds and things along that nature. We seen those type of examples in our lives and also know that, hey, I got to stand on my 10 toes, right? I got to be this guy, right? You can't be too soft, like too early. And this and the third. Vulnerability is weakness. It's weakness, exactly. Right. So like, and especially in the beginning stage of any type of relationship or situation, right? You don't want to give too much because you don't want to see it as a stepping stool or, someone that's, he's good for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and he's to the side. And you be like, dang, I gave all my all to this and it's over with.
So as obviously from the female perspective, right? How do you view male sensitivity? Maybe that's the question, right? Yeah. How do you view that? And has it changed?
That's good.
And has it changed from when you were younger to the age that you are now?
Yes, it has. I think I want to see your vulnerabilities.
Now. Okay.
I am your life partner, so I know them irregardless.
Right.
But it lets me know that we're connecting, at least for me. It lets me know that we're connecting on a different level when I am feeling like I'm seeing your vulnerabilities. Because you're being fully honest and fully transparent with me.
But do you think women realize that still requires, even though you are together, married, etc., it still requires a high level of trust to even be that way with?
That's facts.
Oh yeah.
Well, do you think women understand that?
I would say if they want to, and I'm saying this because sometimes I feel like I'm a different breed. Like there are things that I still withhold. I withhold a lot of my sensitivities from my life partner.
That's good.
That's the way I was built.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Are women 100% vulnerable? Right? I know you can't speak for all, but thank you. You said
that's a good point.
I think a lot of women are. I mean, we have to protect, just like you all. You all are protecting something. Whether you feel like you're protecting your heart or your manhood or our ego. Your ego, sure. Those things.
It's a security blanket,
right? So you have to perpetuate something that you have just grown to the level of like doing. Now you don't even know why you do it no more.
Right.
Yeah, it's just human nature. Right. Natural.
So I'm saying that as a person who also does it too and realizes
you saying you're a dude?
Watch your mouth.
Never mind. My bad. I messed
Lee was saying that he's a work in progress, right? And when I realize that I'm in spaces where, okay, I have this wall up, let me go downstairs and start the conversation. Like, I feel like I need to, open that space back
That's
up.
growth.
So I think it's 50-50, but I enjoy seeing when my partner is opening up and being in spaces that I know that he's uncomfortable in, because I feel like there's growth in uncomfort. Yeah,
for sure, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, that's one. Yeah. My bad, not to control, but that's definitely one thing. Like, shout out to a very close pastor of mine that I grew up with. He said that if you're complacent, be wary, because in complacency comes comfortability.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you're complacent, you're comfortable in whatever you are and whoever you are. Mm-hmm. And to Nate's point, like, you have to be able to grow,
right,
and to learn different things. So in a relationship, obviously, who you choose to be your life partner, to go into that thinking that, oh, I'm 100% ready for this.
Right.
You already behind.
Well, I'll tell you, man. Thankfully, right, and prayerfully, right, I am surrounded by individuals in which it is a healthy competition to always challenge and push yourself to be better than you were yesterday. I'm surrounded by people that are what I would consider great parents, and they do things that I can learn from. Men that I see the way that they interact with their respective spouse. I take those lessons. I even ask questions, right? Because again, me being analytical, I have to hear it explained to me, and sometimes I have to hear it explained in a language that I understand in order for me to like be able to apply it. So it sounds arrogant when you say I'm humble enough, but I will say I don't mind asking the questions to people that, again, I identify as peers. Yeah. Or again, if I see you doing something that I desire to do, but for whatever reason, my mechanics don't allow me to do it.
Exactly.
I then ask you, well, what's your thought process?
How do you do it?
How do you actually get to that? And then I try to incorporate it into mine.
But in the sense of vulnerability, it's not only with your partner, it's vulnerability with yourself, with whoever you consider close.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because what you said right there is key, because like if you have a village around you, not necessarily, females in that village, but if you have like close compadres, compatriots, or whatever you want to call them, that are of the same mindset and like looking to do and be who you all are striving to be. Like if you have that person or that soundable to bounce it off of, it's the sky's the limit in that situation, bro.
Yeah, not veering off too much. I want to get back to the whole facts topic, but like being self-aware, right, and honest with yourself, right. That allows you to understand your shortcomings and your shortfalls, and then you could build upon that, right? Like, right. But if you don't have that awareness of self to know that, hey man, this isn't my strong suit, you'll never grow.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. So to that point, don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to. You know what's interesting? I'm literally sitting here thinking about this. When do you approach your woman with the question?
At the beginning.
Which right. Well, when do you approach your woman with the question of like, well, how do I do this, right? Because maybe the best person to coach you through that is the person you're with, but you might look right past that person.
But that's the thing. So you have to be in a safe space. So you have to be comfortable and confident enough. And I'm not saying that. Well, yeah, I'll just say it. That is less likely to happen. The person that's telling you, hey, this is what I want. I want you to, you're not going to immediately say, okay, well, show me how I can do this, or what do you prefer, or whatever. And that's just like you said, that's the easiest thing to do.
Right. You would think.
Well, I think part of that though is you or the woman, right? Like making that space safe enough for me to feel like I can have that conversation with you, right? So if you never provide an environment where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to ask those questions, then we'll never get to that place too. So it's that cycle, right? I always do this: the chicken or the egg, right? Which is first, right? Do I ask the question or do you provide the safe space, right? So,
females, we like to be chased, so we ain't giving up too much.
And the males like the thrill of the chase. So hey, yin and a yang.
Do they? You like the chase? I'm asking.
Hey,
that can't never mind.
So with that being said,
you got too excited.
You wanted to tie a bow potentially on the.
Everybody tying a bow? Is this bow time?
Well, I mean, I'm just asking.
Bow time, though. We got about five.
Did you want to tie a bow on?
Do y'all want me to tie a bow?
Yeah. Hey, L, can we get can we get my man?
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, you ready?
The lips to get ready for the bow.
All right, tying a bow on it. Women are thoughts, men are figures. Bow. That's what y'all wanted, right? That's what y'all wanted.
That's what we asked for. Let's give it up for him.
That's what y'all wanted.
Hey, happy birthday, dog, and happy March 14th.
Today's my last show.
Listen. If you guys come back to this show next week and it looks completely different,
wait.
Yeah. If there's only.
Am I LaToya Luckett?
You brought it up, so I mean, claim your spot.
Oh, that's a bomb y'all just dropped on me. Yo,
it happens.
You did it to yourself.
It happens to the best of them. You know what? Let's give it up for E's last show.
It's been while it lasted.
Hey, we didn't get a chance to do it in the beginning, but we do we do have our Cash App. Let's make sure we get that populated right there. So that's at 3ThePodWay again. That just helps the show continue to grow. It allows us to actually.
We're gonna call it Proud to Pod campaign.
We can't.
Not shit though. You gotta actually
don't give away the IP just yet. Wait a minute.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, we should.
Hey, again, we would always appreciate anything that anybody would be willing to bestow upon us. And also
we should start
and also sponsorship. If you're interested in having your product or your service sponsored, hey, feel free to reach out to us.
Yes,
we're always open to do business. Partners in Pod will extend our business services to you as well.
We're always looking to partner.
Absolutely. a word from our
Yikes.
our original sponsors.
Follow 3ThePodWay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chumps.
Anybody got anything on the way out?
Yeah, I do want to.
No.
Speaking of
no.
You had the
since we was talking about
this was your retirement
sponsorship.
All right, go ahead, man.
I mean, since I do want to. I need to replace my edges. So if anybody want
to sponsor your edges,
pay for help.
Just hit up Tory Lanez and LeBron and find out who their doctor is.
Tory
and they got
Jones he needs his money back. He needs a refund. But if anyone wants to help sponsor my edges and my edge reconstruction surgery, that sounded good.
I mean, to each his own. You're vulnerable right now. You're comfortable in your vulnerability.
I'm being vulnerable.
There you go.
Okay, my edge reconstruction surgery. I'm trying to get my waves back, like
the shooter over here.
A thin line between two.
A thin line between what?
Your hairline and your forehead.
Between what? Nah, I don't remember that conversation. When did that happen?
She said a thin line between your hairline
and your forehead.
Yo.
You know what? That's my closing.
See, this is the safe space we was talking about. You didn't provide that.
That is true. That is true. You did try to cultivate a safe space, only to walk him in, only to kick him out.
Just to attack me
in the water.
And with that said,
one thing for sure, man.
Two things for certain.
3ThePodWay.